Welcome back, Missouri Mayhem fans. Mindy and Megan want to wish all of their listeners a very Merry Christmas. The girls are so grateful for your continued support and encouragement. Enjoy your family, friends, holiday traditions, and all that the season has to offer. Don't forget to put down your phone for a bit and just soak it all in. Thanks again for being a part of our podcast. Happy holidays from Missouri Mayhem.
Welcome back to Missouri Mayhem, Mystery and Murder. I'm Mindy.
And I'm Megan. We are so happy to be back with all of you and hope everyone listening is having a great day. Today, you guys, we are going to be talking about something that's literally, well, kind of down the road from us. I guess if you're listening in other parts of the world, that's not down the road, but we are going to be talking about the Pony Express, whose route, do you say route or route?
I'm not sure. Just use whichever one you want.
Began right down the street here in St. Joe, Missouri. What is new with you, Mindy?
Not a lot. We haven't recorded in a while, so I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we are recording several today.
We are.
So
We're going to be busy.
We're excited. Yes.
Yes, going to be busy. What about you?
Have been celebrate December's lots of birthdays in our family.
Yes, there are.
But we've been celebrating a lot of birthdays, which has been fun.
Celebrate all your kids' birthdays, Jesus' birthday.
Yes,
everything.
yes. So no, but it's been good. It's been a good month so far.
Good.
What do you think? Should we just get into it today?
Sure,
All
sure.
right. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm going to prepare you guys right now. And I need to let you all know something,
Oh, no.
listeners and
What?
Megan. There's going to be a pop quiz at the end of this episode over the Pony Express. Not kidding.
A pop quiz.
Yes, a pop quiz. The teacher and me just had to come out. So
Okay, I better pay close attention.
I'm going to get a pop quiz.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so here's just kind of an overview of the Pony Express, and then we'll get into some details.
Okay.
The Pony Express started around April 1860 and lasted until October 1861, so about 18 months.
Which I think a lot of people think it lasted longer than that.
It
Or
did
when you think
not.
of
It
the
was
Pony
very
Express. Yes, a
short-lived.
very short thing. Okay.
Yes. And it was a mail service that used relays of young riders on horses. Like when you think about a relay and someone running the 400-meter relay, like handing it off, that's kind of what they did, but on horses.
So their baton was the mail.
Yeah. And they did this across the West from Missouri all the way to California. So
That's pretty cool, though, that
Yeah.
it started here.
well, and I was asking myself, I was like, okay, so what do we do before the Pony Express? How did they get mail before the Pony Express? Well,
Right.
they had mail service. They used stagecoaches, they used horse-drawn wagons,
Okay.
steamboats, wagon trains, and sometimes when they would go those routes, those routes, it would take weeks or months, and then also long sea voyages. So
Okay, so so then basically Pony Express was gonna provide a faster way.
way faster way to deliver mail and communication and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But it ended at the end. It didn't last that long, like we talked about earlier, and the reason is because of the transcontinental telegraph that took over.
Okay. Okay.
And you know what a telegraph is? It's like you can picture it that dee, 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 dee,
Like the
dee.
Morse.
Yeah, and you
whatever.
could do that and get an immediate response. So it was just a way better method
Of
to
doing it.
use instead of the Pony Express. So Pony Express kind of went under and the telegraph took over.
What
is
a
basically
time
what
to be
happened.
alive.
Yeah.
You know, to see like, okay, they thought of
Mhm.
the Pony Express, and then within a year and a half of that, the telegraphs invented or whatever,
Yeah.
or I don't know, they're probably like, "Oh my gosh, look at all these."
And I'll get more into the telegraphs here in a second.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Excuse me.
so anyway, the whole Pony Express, it showcased daring horsemanship, relied on a network of stations, and we'll talk about the stations for fresh mounts and riders to achieve speeds of 10 miles per hour. Does that seem pretty fast to you?
Well, I mean, on a horse, I mean, I don't know. I mean, when you go 10 in your car, you're barely moving, I
I
feel like.
know. I
So,
know.
on a horse, I'm sure it's faster, but that still doesn't seem very fast, but I
Yeah.
guess to maintain the speed, of 10 miles per hour, like, consistently on a horse
Yeah.
might be harder than we think.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, we talked about how how mail was delivered first
Right.
before it. Now, let's talk a little bit when that was the stagecoach and wagons and stuff like that. Let's talk about why and how the um the Pony Express started. Like, how was it created?
Created.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So the idea of having a fast mail route service to the Pacific coast was prompted largely by California's rapidly growing population due to the gold rush. So the
Wow.
gold rush happened and everybody wanted to move to California. And that was around 1848.
Okay,
Okay, and this took over the Pony Express happened in 1860, so there's,
okay.
like, 12 years of where it's, like, rapidly, rapidly growing.
Yes.
So, thousands of prospectors, investors, businessmen made their way there. By 1960, the population was
Oh
380,000.
my gosh.
Yes, and
Wow.
this demand, this high population, it was in demand, a need to get mail and get it quicker than it had previously been.
To all the people that are on the, West Coast in California, like, how are we
Yeah,
getting eh so it doesn't take months to get them mail?
exactly.
Yes, okay, wow, 300 it just like, wow, 380,000 people like that.
Yeah. So that's why it was created,
Okay,
just so that they could get their mail quicker.
okay, I didn't realize it was created, like, kind of for that the gold rush situation. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah, that caused that to happen.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
but um the people who founded the Pony Express, their names were William Russell, Alexander Majors, and William Bradford Waddell. And like I said, they were the founders. They were already in the freighting and drayage business. And I was like, what is the drayage business?
What is that?
It's the transportation of shipping containers by truck to its final destination.
So, trucking.
Yeah.
Okay,
So these
drayage.
three guys were in business of that. At the peak of their operations, they had 6,000 men, they owned 75,000 oxen, thousands of wagons, a warehouse, a sawmill, a meatpacking plant, a
Wow.
bank, and an insurance agency.
All
Um,
all in this area, like, in the Missouri area?
yes.
Okay, okay. So they were big stuff.
Yeah, they had a lot going for him.
Yeah.
Russell was a prominent businessman, well respected among his peers and community. Waddell was co-owner of the firm Moorhead Waddell and Company. Waddell merged his company with Russell's, changing the name to Waddell and Russell.
Okay.
But then in 1855, they took on a new partner, Alexander Majors, and founded the company of Russell, Majors, and Waddell. They held government contracts for delivering army supplies to the Western Front, and Russell had a similar idea for contracts in the United States government for fast mail delivery, hence the
Ah.
Pony Express.
So they were already possibly using horses and obviously wagons and stuff, so to deliver supplies.
Yes, and they knew how to take care of business already.
They're like, "We need" and they wanna be efficient.
Yes.
We wanna do this right.
Yes. So, like I said, hence the Pony Express became, and Russell's, Majors, and Waddell organized and put together this Pony Express in 2 months in the winter of 1860. The assembly of this took 80 riders, 184 stations, 400 horses, and several hundred personnel.
And they were able to put that together in 2
Yes, and they took that seriously.
Absolutely.
Seriously, and Majors, one of the founders, he was a very, very religious man and resolved always by the help of God to overcome all difficulties. He was very, very, very
Religious
religious.
and yes.
Yes, he presented each rider with a Pony Express special edition Bible.
Oh.
Wouldn't you love to get your hands on one of
Oh my
those?
gosh, no kidding.
And required this oath, which they were also required to sign and read. And the oath said this. So all of the Pony Express riders had to sign this oath. I blank John Doe.
I, Mindy.
I, Mindy, do hereby swear before the great and living God that during my engagement and while I am an employee of Russell, Majors, and Waddell, I will, under no circumstances, use profane language, that I will not, I'm already kicked out,
Yeah, we're out.
that I will not drink no intoxicating liquors,
That I will not drink no intoxicating
liquors, that I will not quarrel or fight
Oh.
with any other member of the firm, and that in every respect I will conduct myself honestly, be faithful to my duties, and so direct all my acts as to win the confidence of my employers. So help me God.
That's when, though, like, back then, I feel like that's when, like, an
I
oath
feel
meant something.
I feel like we should still be doing this.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I feel like back then, I don't know, it was like
You
when people
sign that.
yeah, and you, like, swear on a Bible, that's serious
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Now, you watch people in, like, court proceedings and things, of course, they swear on the Bible too or whatever, and then
Yes.
they lie through their teeth. It's like,
Yeah.
I think this was a time back then when that really meant something. And
Yes.
so, wow, that's awesome. So those 3 knew how to get business done.
They did. They did.
Okay. How did all this work?
How did it work? Okay, so the route, we're not sure. It was roughly 2,000 miles, and it went from St. Joseph, Missouri to Sacramento, California. So all back and forth between the here and there, all kinds of mail going on.
Wow.
Um, it was approximately a 1,900-mile long route that roughly followed the Oregon and California trails to Fort Bridger in Wyoming, and then the Mormon Trail to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay.
From there, it followed the Central Nevada route to Carson City, Nevada territory before passing over the Sierra, reaching to Sacramento. From there, after they got to Sacramento, then the mail was transferred by boats to go downriver or to San Francisco, or on occasion, a combination of riders and ferries to the destination.
Talk about,
A
like,
long haul.
yes, and if one cog or one gear is off in this whole plan, you know what I'm saying? One
Yeah.
guy loses a bag of mail and
Yes.
I don't know, I'm thinking, okay, I wondered because you think of all the mountains and everything and the different, like, even desert and things between here and California. Like, I wondered what route they took. I was like, okay, because that had to be efficient.
Oh, for sure.
Like, so luckily we had those trails that had already been formed. The
Yes.
Oregon Trail, California Trail.
Yes. And the thing I think so interesting is the relay system that they used. The riders changed horses every 10 to 15 miles at stations, with new riders taking over every 75 to 100 miles. Okay, so if you are going 75 to 100 miles and you're going 10 miles per hour, it would be 7.5 to 10 hours, right? Before you get there.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Is
isn't
that
that the
the correct
math?
math?
Let's see, the new rider's taking over. Okay, so if it took yeah, that would be right.
Yeah, that's how long it would take.
That's okay. And they basically switched riders, you said, every, like, hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, how 'cause you
Every
figure
10 to 15 miles. Yeah, that would make sense.
that's a long time to be on a horse and going that fast.
And for the horse.
The horse needs probably the rest, if nothing else.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about the riders.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So they were very small men. That was a requirement. Lightweight, and a lot of them were teenage boys, as young as 14.
Wow.
Yeah, selected for their toughness. The riders could not weigh over 125 pounds.
So they had to be
They had to
little.
be real little.
I don't know if I ever weighed
125 pounds.
That's hilarious. Okay.
An advertisement for Pony Express riders read this. This is what the advertisement said. Wanted young, skilly, wiry fellows not over 18. young,
Young, skilly and wiry.
fellow. Hey, that's me.
Hey, yeah.
Must be expert riders willing to risk death daily.
What?
Orphans preferred.
See, isn't that crazy? I've
Because there's no
seen
accountability for them.
no, I've seen a picture of, yeah, and they're like, they don't need parents. Um, I've seen a picture of that poster, and I would love I'm sure they're out there, but I'm sure they're out there, stories from the writers about being on the Pony Express and things they ran into and
Oh,
issues
yeah.
and story I'm sure there's so many stories out there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And, being in this area and it's starting in this area, it'd be interesting, like, if all in our any of our listeners know anybody that ever was on the Pony Express or
Yeah,
family members or because it's not that far-fetched that
it really isn't.
somebody could have
If
a
you
family
know
member.
someone, let us
Yeah,
know.
that's cool. Okay.
Okay, the speed, how fast they went. They aim for 10 miles per hour, delivering mail in about 10 days in the summer and then 16 days in the winter because it takes longer, I guess, to get around in the winter.
Yes.
Delivering mail in about 10, I'm sorry, if you went, let me ask you this. If you went 10 miles per hour for 100 miles, how long would it take you?
If you went oh my god. Okay, I'm starting to get test anxiety.
Uh-oh, okay. So
So
you go 10 miles per hour for
so
100
so a
miles.
okay, so 100 hours. Is that what you're saying? Is that how long it would
100
take?
miles.
So would that be 1,000?
Wouldn't it just be 10 hours?
I don't know. I'm stressed. Math
I'm stressed
stresses me
about
out.
that question too.
Let's not
Okay,
stress about
forget
that.
that.
We're just
It is
gonna
in the pop quiz though.
well, that may be bonus.
Okay.
Maybe you have to become bonus and not real points.
The types of horses ridden were Morgans, thoroughbreds, and Mustangs. I'm guessing
Oh,
because they're all so fast.
yeah, Morgans. Oh,
Mm.
and so right here, I was going to say, what did it cost someone to send mail via the Pony Express?
Well, I got rid of that.
Oh, that's right. Another math.
I'm not really
Well,
sure.
what does it say though? It says the initial price was set at $5 per
For half
half
an ounce
ounce
of
of mail.
mail. That's a lot back then.
Then it went to 250, and then by the time they were done, it was down to a dollar. They're
Dollar.
like, "We gotta start discounting this."
We'll take whatever we can get.
Okay, forget that then. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's talk about the stations.
Yes.
These are kinda like the pits of race car drivers, like,
Nice.
you like
Train
that? Yeah,
stations,
you like
pit
that? Yeah,
stations,
yeah.
like it.
So in 1860, the roughly 186 Pony Express stations, so there are 186 of them, were about 10 to 15 miles apart along the Pony Express route.
Okay.
At each station, the rider would change for a fresh horse, so the horse would get a break,
Yeah.
get a bite to eat, would only take the mail pouch would only take the mail pouch called a mochila or
I
mochila.
I think it's a mochila. We made these when I taught 4th grade.
You
We
did?
learned about when I taught 4th grade, we learned about the Pony Express. We made them. I think it's mochila. That
And
but
it's Spanish for pouch or backpack? Is that
yeah.
what they were, little
And
pouches?
then they made pretend letters like they were sending
So it's
letters.
mochila.
I think so. And if it's wrong, we're sorry, but
That's cool, Megan.
yeah, it's fun.
The stations and station keepers were essential to the success.
Rewind.
The stations and station keepers were essential to the success, timely, and smooth operation of the Pony Express mail system. They were often fashioned out of existing structures,
Okay.
these pouches, several of them located in military that's what they're talking about, right?
No, they're talking about the stations now, right?
Oh, the stations were constructed.
Out of, like, old military
Oh,
forts. So they
okay.
probably were like, "Man, we gotta get this going. We need to find empty
And
buildings."
that's what they did,
I'm
yes.
guessing.
Okay. Several of them located in the military forts, while others were built anew in remote areas where living conditions were basic.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would be a big job if you were at the station and you were responsible to keep everything on time,
Yes.
and riders are wanting to lay down and
Huge
hang out. No,
responsibility.
you gotta get back on
Yeah,
this new horse and
you
get
get something to
going.
eat, get off your feet for a minute, and get back on,
Yeah,
man.
let's go.
At the stations, riders would exchange their tired mounts for fresh ones, while home stations would provide room and board for the riders. So I guess you could get
Nice.
a room station and
So if you
sleep.
so, like, one of the main stations had, like, rooms that you
Yes.
could okay, that's nice.
And their main stress was the importance of the pouch.
Yeah, like, not losing the
Yeah,
pouch.
they often said that if it came to be, the horse and the rider should perish before the
What?
mochila did, meaning the
Wow.
mochila is way more important than them. The mochila, am I saying it right?
Yeah, that's how I say it,
was
mochila.
thrown over the saddle and held in place by the weight of the rider sitting on it. Each corner had a cantina or pocket. Bundles of mail were placed in these cantinas, which were padlocked for
Oh,
safety.
wow. They took it serious. Good for them.
They did. The mochila could hold 20 pounds of mail.
20 pounds?
Yes.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of mail.
The horse allowed for a total of 165 pounds on the horse, which is why they could only weigh 125
The
pounds.
skinnier, the better. The more
Yeah,
mail we can get on your
that's
horse
right.
with you.
The
Don't
skinnier
eat.
the better.
When you're on shift, you can't eat
You
all day.
you don't eat.
Make sure you poop a healthy poop.
We need you to take some laxatives.
We need all the pounds we can get. The mochila. Okay, so that was important. I mean, that's why, like, you mess with somebody's mailbox.
You'll mess
It's
with
a
my
it's a
mochila.
it's a federal crime.
It is.
I know.
They took that
Believe me,
seriously.
when we lived where we grew up, I remember I'm like 8 or 9. I don't know what I was doing, walking down the road, hanging out, who knows what, but I just open a mailbox, like, no ill will. I'm just like, "Oh," I open it and look in, and the lady across the street saw, and she's like, that's illegal."
Federal
She's like,
offense.
"That's illegal to be in someone's mailbox," and I shut it real quick.
You're
It's
like, oh, sorry.
I'm like, "Oh my."
Can you imagine going to jail?
Like, okay, so yeah, but anyways, they took their mail seriously.
The mochila
The
is a
mochila.
very serious little
Yes,
thing.
yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the first trip that the Pony Express made. They left for their first trip. They left from St. Joseph, Missouri on April 3rd, 1860, and arrived 10 days later in Sacramento, California on April 14th. So it took 10 days to
How
get from
exciting.
A to B, and I'm sure with lots of stops in between.
Yes,
And then they would come back the other direction, I guess.
yes.
The first pouch contained 49 letters, 5 private telegrams, and some papers for San Francisco.
Okay.
Today, only one single letter is known to exist from the inaugural westbound trip from St. Joe to Sacramento. I'm surprised they have that.
That's amazing.
The identity of the first writer has long been in dispute.
Okay.
The St. Joseph Weekly West reported Johnson William Richardson was the first writer in 1860. Johnny Fry, whoever he is credited in some sources as the first writer.
Maybe Johnson William Richardson is also Johnny Fry. Maybe that was his rider name.
Maybe. Like strippers have stripper names.
Yeah, right. So instead of Johnson William Richardson, he's like, I'm going to be Johnny Fry.
Okay,
Okay.
so unfortunately, like we discussed earlier, the Pony Express did not make it. Could you imagine if that was still around? You're just sitting on your porch in your prairie skirt with your prairie braids a waving and hi, ma'am, I'm here to give you your mail.
Well, how exciting was mail time back then?
That was a big deal because you probably got a letter from somebody.
Well, yeah, and I think, again, it was rare. It took a long time to get mail, and I think that was super exciting. And when they would get it, they'd have to remember, okay, this was written like a month ago.
Right.
Now that person is
Hope they're still alive.
exactly. They were like, I haven't felt well.
So, despite a heavy subsidy, the Pony Express was not a financial success and went bankrupt after
Oh.
18 months in October 1861, when, as we talked about earlier, the telegraph service was established.
Oh, I didn't know they like went bankrupt.
Yeah, they did.
I
It
didn't
totally
know.
went
Oh,
down.
so maybe they weren't as good businessmen as
But
we.
boy, they left a legacy.
Yeah, they did. You're right.
During its 18 months of operation beginning in 1860, the Pony Express reduced the time for messages traveling between the East and West Coast to about 10 days.
Nice.
So they had done that well.
Yeah.
It became the West's most direct means of East-West communication before the first transcontinental telegraph was established on, like we said, October 1861.
Yes.
And we
Okay.
talked about what that was. A telegraph was a system for sending messages over long distances using electronic signals like deet, 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 fundamentally changing communication. That would have been a big deal back then.
Oh, yeah.
Changing communication by separating it from transportation and allowing near instantaneous contact across vast areas. That's how we felt when we got to text.
Seriously. They like, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting like this message
And
is
I'm gonna get a report right back.
reply." And think how important it was
I
that you
love you,
typed
Jim.
in that you
And he's
typed
gonna
in the
say it
right
back.
message.
Right.
You know, it's like you fat finger text. "Oh, whoops, sorry, I just told Jim you hate him instead of love him.
LOL.
Uh-oh." LOL.
LOL. LOL.
JK.
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 LOL. LOL.
I mean, that was like I said earlier, that was a big time for development,
Yes,
and
yes.
so it
It
was
said
exciting.
that it allowed rapid transmission of news, business, and personal notes. So people were like, I don't need the Pony Express no more because I can just go over here and beep, 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 beep. It's out.
Yes. Yes.
So during its brief operation, the Pony Express delivered about 35,000
Holy
letters.
shit.
I think it's more than that, though.
I mean, in 18 months, though, I'm pretty
It's a
impressed
lot.
with 35,000 letters. That's
Yeah.
35,000 communications of some sort. That's
They ended up grossing $90,000, but lost $200,000.
wah, wah, wah. That stinks. And did you see like what was costing them? Was it just everything? It was just too expensive
I
to
don't know why
run.
they went down.
Yeah, or mismanagement of
Well, it was
money.
because of the telegraph. It was because
Right.
nobody was using it anymore.
Right. So they
That's why they
just
went down to $1.
they went from 5 to a
They're like,
dollar
"We're
in a
gonna have
couple
to
months.
put it down to a penny."
Yeah.
So here's some interesting facts about the Pony Express.
Okay.
Megan, why do you think they called it the Pony Express?
Well, I've just always assumed that obviously they're riding horses, so ponies, and then
Yeah.
it's a fast way of transportation. I just kinda did the obvious. Is that
Okay, yeah.
true or not?
Okay, so the reason is the name Pony Express evokes images of a courageous young man crossing long stretches of country, frequently under harsh conditions, facing the constant threat of death.
And
The Pony
and you
Express.
think if I think about all the advertisements and drawings and things for the Pony Express, I mean, it's always a young man on the back of a horse
True.
going
And
fast.
it's dead serious
And
too,
yes,
with their butt lifted off the back.
yes, like, I mean, they're going, and I do think about that poster you're talking about because I think I've seen that several
Yeah.
times listing the description.
It became famous for delivering important critical news like Abraham Lincoln's election news and the inaugural address.
So that's cool.
Yes. Its first official name was the Central Overland California and Pikes Peak Express Company.
Oh,
Boy, Pony Express is sure a lot shorter.
it wasn't always called Pony Express?
No, it was
Oh,
called the Central Overland California and Pikes Peak Express
that's a long name.
Company.
So they're thinking more about, like, where the mail ended up, kinda, like, naming it in California and
Sure.
stuff, I guess.
Buffalo Bill Cody claimed to be a rider, though historians doubt his famous long distance rides happened as he described, but it's
Little
possible he could have rode on that. The
storytelling.
National Pony Express Association holds annual reenactments. That
Fun!
would be fun. We're signing up.
Is there I mean, there is a Pony Express museum up in St. Joe.
Yes.
Yes, I thought so, so that's pretty cool.
We should have went to that.
We should've.
Who was the fastest Pony Express rider? His name was Pony. That's funny that
That's
his name
fun.
is Pony. Or maybe they just called him that.
I think that probably.
His name was Pony Bob Haslam, holder for the record of the longest and fastest run in the history of the Pony Express.
I mean, that would've been a cool title to
That
hold,
would be like,
especially back then.
I'm the fastest.
And it shows you're a really good horseman, like a horse like you're really good
Yeah,
with talented with your horse too. Oh,
sure. That was
no.
quite the okay,
Oh,
okay.
no, I'm
The moment we've
scared.
been waiting for is
Okay.
your pop quiz, y'all.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll give you the question and then I'll give you like 3 or 4 seconds to figure it out and then I'll tell you the answer.
Okay.
Question number 1. What were the years that the Pony Express ran?
So just the year?
The years.
Okay.
Yeah, just the years.
Okay. I think I would've got this one.
The answer is April 1860 to October 1861.
So
Did you get that one?
I did. 1860,
Yep.
1861. Yes.
Okay, number 2, who were the 3 founders of the Pony Express?
The 3 that end up going in
Yep.
together. That's a good question.
Okay. Alexander Majors, Bradford Waddell, and William Russell.
So Majors, Waddell, and Russell.
Yep. Okay, number 3, and I only have 5 questions, just so y'all know. It's not like I'm gonna go on and on. 20
Number
questions.
25.
Number 104. Okay, number 3. Why was the Pony Express created?
See, and this was a very interesting fact to me.
Me
because
too.
this is not really what I thought the answer was.
The answer is after the gold rush, California was deeply populated with people running there. They needed a faster mail route.
So it was all about the gold rush.
Yes, it really was. Number 4.
We're
if you're
skipping.
Now, number 4 is going to stress you out. Number 4, if your horse is going 10 miles per hour, how long will it take you to go 100 miles?
I'm in the fetal position in the
Megan
corner.
is in the fetal position going, no, no,
Math
no.
word problem.
Okay, I think, and I'm pretty sure the answer is 10 hours,
Okay.
but I'm not for sure.
Me.
It's got to be.
It may be. I mean,
Anyway, we're just going to go with that.
we're going to go with that. Go with
Okay,
that.
true or false?
Last question.
Last question. It was an asset to be small when it came to be a Pony Express rider.
False.
True.
True. The lighter, the better.
Okay,
Oh,
guys, so that's really all we have about the Pony Express today.
I love that. I learned so much today, Mindy. This was a good topic. This is
Good.
because I thought I knew a lot about it, and I learned all kinds of new things. So, we are so appreciative of everybody out there listening today. Thank you so much. Especially a big shout out to those on our Patreon. We've had some new members lately, and we are so grateful. And of course, everyone that listens and follows us on Facebook, we appreciate all of you. And don't forget, we do have an email now. It's Missouri Mayhem Sisters with an S at gmail.com. And if you want to share a story that you know about, a case, maybe you have something weird
Yeah.
or mysterious that's happened to you
We'll
that
tell
you
about
wanna
it.
Yeah, so please reach out. We'd love to communicate with you.
Okay, and did you already tell them to like and subscribe?
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
well, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your fellow true crime lovers. And don't forget to rate and review us on your favorite podcast platform.
Yes, please do that. It takes like 2 seconds to hit, a review and rate, and it does help. That's a big thing to get our podcast out there is to have other people rate and review it. So we would appreciate that a lot. Until next time, you guys, stay curious, stay kind, stay safe. Thank you so much for listening. This has been Missouri Mayhem, Mystery and Murder. I'm Megan.
And I'm Mindy,
Missouri, you bring the mystery.
and we'll bring the mayhem.
Peace out.